All Dead.
Oh, it's
Sam Raimi. Yes. Have you seen the movies?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sir. Sir.
Cool.
Sebastian, you make sure you're not leaning out to the side to make
Okay,
sure you
sorry.
get shadow all over you. And we're rolling whenever you're ready.
Okay. How do you find your character motivations? How you flesh out Norman Osborn and the Green Goblin?
I think I look at the script, I see what's going on, I see what the story is, I say, what's going on here? I have an idea of what has to be accomplished in a scene, break it down in my head to actions, and apply myself to those actions, and then things occur to you.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of this particular character?
It's all about pretending. So you look for the triggers that allow you to, become the character. And you get whatever information you need to kind of guide you. In this, I had a lot of really strong external things to deal with. And in the dealing of those things, it's easy for you to do, what if I was this guy? Which is usually the beginning of pretending. Because
you are two characters here,
suit,
yes.
yeah, when you put on that goblin suit, you don't quite feel like yourself. So, who you gonna be? You might as well be the Green Goblin.
And how do you do the villain, the comic book villain? How do you try not to overact? Yes.
It's not, it's not so much a question of overdoing it as not standing outside of it. Just really treating it like with the same sort of commitment that you would the Norman Osborn role. It has to do, I think, with where you place your awareness and what your intentions are. And as long as your intentions aren't standing outside of it and thinking about the audience too much and thinking about your performance too much, as long as you're really committed to playing the scenes, there's no such thing as being over the top. Because being over the top usually happens, I think, when someone leaves the scene and they love the gesture too much and they start to invest the gesture rather than the gesture's design, intention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The difference, it's where you place your energy. You get away from purpose and you go towards ornamentation.
And what about the Norman Osborn psychology? Because he's like a father to Peter Parker. He's a father of his son, his actual son.
Yeah. Look, I'm a father, and even though I'm hardly like Norman Osborn, that was very rich territory for me. I mean, there's something very true, or at least spoke to me about, here's a guy, he wants to be a good father, like every parent wants to be a good parent, but in an interest of being a good parent and wanting too badly a good life for his son doesn't match up to his picture of what a good life is, so he rejects him, and he goes to Peter Parker with his love. So it shows that he's capable of fatherly love. It's just horribly misplaced. And that's, we all know situations like that. So it's something that has resonance and something for you to chew on.
Do you like to play in villains, like in Speed 2, for example?
Yeah, I mean, villains, it all depends how they function. I think characters that have struggles and are outside of the mainstream are the interesting characters to play. And characters that act on their dark impulses, quite simply because in life I don't get to. So there's a certain delicious pretend pleasure.
It's
of
like a
being able-
catharsis, you know?
Yeah, it is. It is.
And how do you handle yourself when you do the visual effects, the blue screen, and it's the same acting on stage, for example?
You try, yeah. You got a decision to make. Are you going to cry about it and say, this is tedious, I need my partners? You're not going to get your partners, so you do the best you can. And you try to invest looking at that spot on the light stand with the same kind of investment that you do when you look into somebody's eyes. With a character like the Green Goblin, it's not so bad because he's a very aggressive character. So he's not listening, he's not looking, he's just kind of going forward. So sometimes having an abstract point of focus or something to work on that's not a living thing, that's an abstraction, actually focuses you in a more direct way and in a more powerful way.
Okay.
It forces you to make your intentions felt.
Okay, thank you very
All right,
much.
sure.
Thanks.